We begin by priming our model white. We begin the exoskeleton by laying down a thin coat of Balthazar gold. Next, we shade the exoskeleton using Agrax Earthshade. Don't worry about being too neat at this step. We will be applying another wash layer after a few highlights. We begin highlighting the exoskeleton by dry brushing a layer of psychorax bronze. Here's a tip. I'm using a makeup brush here. They're great for dry brushing. We brighten the highlights by dry brushing Necron compound onto the exoskeleton. You can see I'm using a smaller brush here. I do this so that I can more accurately apply the second highlight exactly where I want it. We again use Agrax Earthshade to shade our model. We do this again to soften the highlights that we just applied. Be more careful as you apply this second wash. Use your brush to move the wash to the exact areas you want to darken. You can also use your brush to wick away the wash from areas that you don't want it. We next move on to the joints by applying lead belcher to them. I really like this color and I use it quite frequently. It has a great dark steel look to it. It's now time to shade our dark silver by applying non-oil to all the joints. As you go, take care not to get any of the black wash on the exoskeleton that we just finished. Next, we highlight the joints by applying a dry brush of Necron compound. Again, take care not to get any of the bright silver onto the finished exoskeleton. Always use an old brush when dry brushing. Dry brushing is very hard on brushes and wears them out quickly. next move on to the Destroyer's disintegrator pistols. We do this by adding a thin layer of black-gray to all of them. Black-gray is another color that I use quite frequently because jet black tends to look unnatural. Next, we dry brushed the disintegrator pistols with lead belcher. You could edge highlight them at this stage with a dark gray, but that takes quite a bit of time. This technique is much faster and still produces a nice black metal finish. Very lightly apply this layer. We just want a hint of the metallic finish to shine through. We now mat the pistols down by applying a layer of nun oil to them. If you over-highlighted any of the pistols, you can alleviate that here by adding an extra layer of nun oil to the affected parts. The pistols have brighter silver areas. We pick them out with Runefang steel. Here's another small tip. You can see me brace my pinky finger against my thumb here. I do this to help steady my hand. This helps me control the brush better. Next, we move on to laying down a base layer of ivory for the contrast paint we will be using for the glow effect. It also serves as the main color for the faceplate. Ivory is another one of my go-to colors. Bright white, like jet black, looks unnatural. Ivory looks white without looking unnatural. In our final step, we apply Tesseract Glow to the bright green areas. Contrast paints work great for this application. You can treat contrast paints like you would a wash, moving it around with your brush to apply it to exactly where you want it. Here is our finished Hexmark Destroyer. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. Please don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe. I will be posting more painting tutorials and miniature showcases in the near future.